Welcome everyone, myself Anu Chabra. Today we are going to learn about how to grow sweet potatoes. So sweet potatoes, as you all know, they are a very rich source of fibers, your vitamins, minerals, and they are too good for your eyes, and it's very easy to grow. So we must grow and harvest it and enjoy the food. So now how to grow this? This sweet potato, generally it takes 3.5 to 4 months tentatively to make the produce ready to harvest. So first thing what we need to decide is about the potting mix. So potting mix, as general, it should be a light porous potting mix because it's an underground vegetable. Too much hard soil will not be good because this has to penetrate, the roots have to penetrate nicely inside the soil, and the tuber formation should be good. So the soil should be little on a looser side. So we are taking coco peat, compost. Compost can be a normal aerobic compost or your vermicompost, your sand and your soil. The color of the soil can be different depending on the area you stay, and a handful of neem cake. You have to mix all these 4 ingredients nicely, and then a handful of cake, neem cake. It can be in a flakes form or in the powdered form. Once you have made everything mixed everything properly, you keep it aside. Now we'll talk about the pots. As you all know, it's an underground vegetable, so mostly whenever you have to grow underground vegetable, you make sure that the pot should be little broader, or it should be in a you can say a grow bag kind of a thing. I did not have the time, I had sown this, so I had to put it in a plastic container. But for a beginner, I prefer you have to go for either grow bags or anything which is little on a horizontal side, because this does not need a very deep, you can say the depth of the container. A broader is better, and as the rhizomes are growing, it needs space to expand. So if it's this kind of a container, so it has a space to let the rhizome grow. So make sure whenever you are growing, it should be this kind of a container. Okay, now potting mix we have decided, container we have decided. Now how to grow them? So for growing sweet potatoes, either you can grow them with the sweet potato bulb itself, or you can grow with the cutting. So if anyone you know who's already growing sweet potato, you can take a little stem with 2 to 3 nodes. You can say 2 to 3 nodes if it is there in that. You just take that cutting and keep it in water for almost a week, you can say. Every day you have to change water till the time roots develop. Once the root has developed, we can transfer it to the potting mix what we have made. Else, if you don't have anybody to get the slips or the cuttings, you can buy sweet potato from the market only. Okay, just put the sweet potato partially submerged in water, and this also every day you have to change the water. Keep it in indirect bright sunlight area. Some people, they do a mistake by keeping it inside the house, and after many days changing the water also, the roots doesn't develop and this starts rotting. So make sure whenever you do this with the water method, you change the water daily and keep it in indirect bright sunlight area. Okay, so it almost will take, I think, 15 to 20 days for nice roots and shoots to come up. Once that has come, this is the right time to sow it to the pot. Now one more thing which we have to keep in mind is that while sowing these sweet potatoes, they should not be sown very low to the base of the pot. Now suppose you have filled the pot with the soil approximately 3/4 of the pot. So this should go minimum 3, you can say minimum 3 to 4 inches, maximum 4 is fine, minimum you can say 2 inches. So suppose this is the height till where you have covered your soil. So this should go here, not beyond that. Okay, if too much low you are going to sow this sweet potato or it slip, then what happens, the rhizome formation will not be that good, because this needs some amount of bright sunlight. It should not be exposed to sunlight, but it should not be very low. Now we'll talk about the sunlight requirement of the plant. Now this plant, it needs good sunlight per day, approximately 4 to 5 hours of good sunlight. If any place in your terrace or balcony you get good sufficient amount of sunlight, you can just put it there. It will grow really well. And about the watering is, any rhizome or any underground vegetables, as we cannot see how it is growing, so we have to be very much particular about watering the thing, because if excess watering has happened, this might become soft after few days, and some small worms might come in this. So over watering has to be too much controlled. Initially when you sow the rhizome, first month, every alternate day you should water. Gradually the frequency of the water should be reduced. Okay, so you can say if the sweet potato takes harvesting for 4 months, so first month suppose we are giving every alternate day, second month after 2 or 3 days, third month after 3 to 4 days, and the fourth month when the harvesting period is already there, so once in a week also you can say the watering can be given. So the rhizome formation will be good, the size and the quality of the sweet potato will be really good. Overwatering will only help in creating the foliage, and this will not have a proper growth. Okay, so what happens, one more thing what we have to take care in this is, whenever the sweet potato is growing, you can see these are creepers. Okay, so they can climb as far as they want. They'll take a support of anything and they'll grow. They can climb anywhere. So make sure that should not be allowed. So whenever you see this creeper has grown, you just somehow manage in that pot itself, because from all these nodes, whatever you are seeing the nodes, nice roots will form. So that will give a nice holding to the plant, and the rhizome formation will be really good. If you allow this to climb up, then the whole concentration of the roots and the plant goes in making this leaves properly and the holding of the leaves properly, the stem properly, then the formation of the root will not be good. So our main focus is the rhizome. So we have to control on watering, and we have to control the creeper to climb. Now you can one more thing in this, we have to keep it in mind that this plant does not give any particular indication of harvesting. Like turmeric, we had that after the time of harvesting the leaf starts drying, or even if the fertilizing is given, still some you can see the plants is looking something, dullness is looking there in the plant. But in sweet potato, the creepers will keep growing, and you cannot sometimes some people they say it starts flowering, and once the flowering time has come, it is the time to harvest. But I have noticed that also. So it does not give any such indication. Some people they say the flower should be plucked immediately so that the formation of the rhizomes are better. But sometimes it does not flower at all, but still the harvesting time has come. So we have to keep checking regularly by digging little soil. The formation of the rhizome, we can feel it with our hand. So generally speaking, we should remember the date of sowing. From the date of sowing, approximately 4.5 months, if you keep it in mind, this is the right time to harvest your sweet potato. So now we'll talk about the fertilizing. Now as you all know that initial 1.5 month, this plant needs good foliage because for its photosynthesis and the lush green growth of the plant. So Jivamrita we can give compost initially 15-20 days anyways. Whatever the potting mix we have made, it has sufficient amount of nutrition, so it does not need anything except that. Later after a month we can add either Jivamrita, or we can have your whatever liquid fertilizers what we are making, your bioenzyme, your rock phosphate, or anything banana peel fertilizer that can be given. But giving Jivamrita after 1.5 months should be stopped, because it gives too much of nitrogen, and nitrogen helps in the formation of leaves. So initially 1.5 month nitrogen rich fertilizer should be given. later we can stop giving that. As we are controlling on watering also, any liquid fertilizers also should be controlled and given. So you can give you can say compost tea, we can spray, but don't give soil application too much. And about the pest attack, I can say this kind of a holes you can see in the leaves sometimes. So one golden, if you see properly at the back side, it's a egg of a beetle nut, yeah, okay, small it is there, okay. So beetle is there, sometimes it's a goldenish color and sometimes it's a bright green color. So they love the leaves of this plant. So sometimes if they come, they'll eat, all the leaves will have small holes in the plant, but otherwise it does not affect anything to your rhizomes, because they'll just eat their leaves and they'll go off. Only problem with this plant is it can have fungal infection if overwatering is there, or this plant has not kept in a proper sunlight area. So controlling of watering and fertilizing, and make sure that every weekly once, you can say weekly once, any spray, either a soap nut solution spray or a neem oil spray. I have already discussed how to make a solution of soap nut. So you can make a solution of soap nut with few drops of neem oil. So if you give that, that neem oil and this soap nut aroma is such which pests generally they don't like. So it generally repels the pest. So make sure for all the plants weekly once, make it a habit of spraying this soap nut solution. It's safe also, organic also, it does not have any side effect to your plants, and give it in a diluted form. So because of that, some light smell of the soap nut and shikakai will be there near to your plants, so they'll repel the pest. So it's a easy growing vegetable, and throughout the year you can grow, and within 4 months your harvest is ready. And there are different kind of sweet potatoes available. The taste is little bit on a different size, but overall they look same. The color of inside, when you cut the sweet potato, some are white, some are little orangish, some are little red. Taste are little bit different, but the traditional variety what we eat generally is this with inside white. So try growing locally whatever area you are staying. So whatever you get there, because sometimes if you take some exotic variety, it's difficult for you to grow that, because they cannot adapt to the environmental conditions to the place where you stay. So make sure whenever you grow something, initially when you are a beginner, start with the local things what is available, so that they can easily adapt to the situations there. Gradually when you excel in growing everything, then you try for the exotic varieties. So thank you for watching me. Any suggestions or anything more you want to know about it, kindly write on the comment box. Thank you for joining me. Bye bye.